Welcome. Welcome. I'm Alice Alicia Jones, and I wanted to finish up what I started to talk about yesterday because two trees had fallen on our home. And I did this on Facebook Live shortly after it happened. But basically, I take responsibility for my own creations. And so my absolute first thought was that I caused this, I created this. And so effectively, I thought I have to get an answer for why I created this. And I decided the best person to talk to would be the Deva of the Trees. And that's what I'm going to go over today. This is her list when I asked her, why did the twin poplars fall on our home? And I received some pretty astonishing answer. Her first one was, we had to get your attention somehow. I wrote that down and I thought, wow, this is quite the way to get my attention. And her next reply was, connect with the energy of the trees daily. This is something that I had been told over and over and over, and I never did it. And yet I knew I have a wooded lot. I have no excuse. I don't have to go far, just a couple of feet to connect with trees. And so totally, totally, totally understandable that that was a message from her. Number 3, sort, clean, organize. That room, the art room, that was my son's original bedroom, was a mess. And it just became a catch-all. It just became a giant storage room. I basically had still, in July, a lot of Christmas stuff up. So again, I had intended every month, I told myself, today I'm going to take care of it. Don't want to have Christmas up after Valentine's Day. Don't want to have Christmas up after Easter. Still had Christmas packages, Christmas gifts, papers, ribbons lying around. So anyway, very good. Very, very needed advice. Number 4, organize other rooms that have been left untidy. I do have another room downstairs. It also was my children's art room. We gave them carte blanche to paint on the walls, paint on the doors, do whatever they wanted in that room, as long as it stayed confined to that room. And boy, did they take advantage of that. They and their friends had a unbelievable time decorating that room. And it took us, when it was time to bring it back into a normal room, it took us a week of cleaning. When my husband found that I paid $35 for a square yard of tile, he got on his hands and knees and scraped off every single piece of paint that had landed on the floor. And there was probably hundreds, if not thousands. So anyway, that room needs desperate attention. And a couple of small areas that also need organizing attention. Number 5, include the nature spirits and the Deva kingdom in your life. For the most part, I do this. I do pay attention, especially when the undines, but I think I pay attention more when I need them to give me a favor. Because if I'm driving somewhere and it's raining, and I will always talk to them. The undines are the nature spirits, the elementals of water. And I will say to them, in 5 minutes, I'm going to be in a place where I need to get out of the car. So I would very much appreciate if you would stop raining. And they do. It stops. It could be a deluge when I am in the car, but it stops when I'm out of the car. I can go into my place, have my business, and find that, oh gosh, it's really raining out there. But again, I give them the 5 minute warning when I leave, and am I ready to and am ready to go back into the car, and they pay attention and they absolutely give me they give me a beautiful like acknowledgement of hearing me by stopping the rain. And this has not happened once. This has happened hundreds of times. So I'm very pleased with that. But like I said, I call on nature when I need it instead of acknowledging it probably on a daily basis. So that was certainly a lesson that was needed. Number 6, study your crystals. Know them. I do have a wonderful book. It's called the it's all about stones, and it's by Robert Simmons, and it has and the co-author was Naisha Ashane and Essian, and both of them effectively channeled the deva of each particular crystal that they are talking about. And it's an interesting perspective because, for the most part, they have gotten a perspective of the crystal that other crystal books just don't have. So, and it's called Book of Stones. So I always recommend it to my Reiki students and to anyone that I teach who is interested in crystals. But obviously, need to do more work with that. And number 7, and this I felt was the central message of why this happened to me. I truly believe that. Her message to me was, carry calmness with you no matter what. And I knew that in something like as big as this, as tragic as this, that you can go hysterical. I do know, obviously, that we're in the middle of COVID. We're in the middle of an economic crisis. People are having tragedies left and right. So effectively, calmness is something to me that is so critical to help us cope with what it is that we have to cope with. But there's another very good reason to stay calm. We can actually hear Spirit's voice when we stay calm. So instead of getting into a place of hysteria where we're just running back and forth in our minds and cannot hear Spirit talking to us, we will, by eliminating hysteria, we can hear Spirit's voice and we can be given the next course of action. I do know so far, every single day, somebody has appeared at our door and to help us with this. Something has happened to move these repairs forward. So for that, I am eternally grateful. And number 8, I thought there was a little bit of humor in this one. She said, "You asked for a new roof. We're getting it for you." So I thought, okay, I did make a comment. I can honestly say that I did look at the roof about somewhere within the past month, look up at the roof and say, geez, we got this about 9 years after we moved in. Um, Maybe, and because it was, we got it as a result of a hailstorm. And wouldn't it be funny if we ended up getting another new roof? And so from that, I absolutely now have to understand that I better watch carefully what I say and watch what I think, because we manifest what we are thinking, basically. And I was kind of like thinking out loud when I made that statement. So, anyway, and number 9, and again, this goes right back to number 7. This came in 3 days later, and when I was just meditating, and the resolve to stay calm in the middle of the storm. And again, this is what's happening for all of us out there. We're all able to share this with you, and I am grateful, like I said, for being able to share this with you. I thank you for tuning in. Like I said, I had done this on Facebook Live. I'm going to continue to do a YouTube video that will follow my Facebook Lives. I am not skilled enough to do them together unless I can figure out how to do this. My beautiful webmaster, Karina, has given me instruction after instruction after instruction. And I actually did set up this by myself, again, with a little bit of her help. So, um, but I was able to actually remember her instruction from yesterday and was able to do it today. So I thank you. I will probably do my next one tomorrow, because I have tomorrow for YouTube. I want to do the message that I got from the Deva of the poplars. The poplars were the 2 trees that fell. Thank you again, and I will see you tomorrow.